Sleepy time, baby. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're having an amazing time and thank you for joining on this perfect Wednesday. And today we have a new video for you, which is actually about Tarkov. Yeah, Escape from Tarkov, the Russian game that keeps lagging, but I still love it and I just cannot stop playing it. I don't understand. But yeah, today we're pretty much just going through the 7.62 category, 7.62 by 39. That's the bullet that we're pretty much focusing on today, and an AK build for that. So pretty much straight off the bat, leave a like, subscribe, that helps me out really much, so thank you for that, and you can actually even see the future episodes that I'm gonna make. The format that I pretty much had for this video was pretty easy to simulate, so if you have like requests for guns or anything like that, you can just leave it down on the chat below. I will go through them. I used to do this back in the Battlefield days. It was more like a viewers request gun, so you pretty much tell me what parts I'm gonna actually attach to the gun, and I'm gonna build that gun. I'm gonna checking out if it's actually a good system and making a review out of it, if that's what you people want. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Today we're talking about the AKMN 7.62 by 39 category. It's an interesting build, it's a powerful build, and if you're on a dime of a budget and you need a rifle setup, this is pretty much for you. Let's go to the gun store and let's check out what we're gonna get. So hey, welcome to the shop, and this is pretty much the AKM build that I'm gonna go for. This is the base gun without anything attached to it, and you're going to be set pretty much with an AKM or AKMN. Pretty much just buy the one that is the cheaper at that point, and you're gonna be set. That's not a problem. I also have an AK-103 setup here. It's more for an ergonomic build, but I don't really recommend going for this, except if you can build something similar to a lower price if you don't have everything unlocked to level 4. Most of these parts need either level 4, level 3, or level 2 unlocks. Level 2 is not a problem. Level 3 and 4 with Peacekeeper and Mechanic is going to be a little bit of a problem. You have to be level 40 to actually access all these parts that in the cheapest format that they're actually available. But yeah, let's get into this. First of all, stock is going to be the Tarkov S for AK, of course. This is going to give you the most recoil buffer right here that is available, I think, in the whole game, if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's really big. Also, the ergo bonus is going to be 11, which is amazing for a stock like this, so obviously that's going to be it. This is 21k, it's pretty cheap too. The PDC is 33k, but you can supplement this with anything else that either has rails or a flat top, and you can pretty much just buy a side sight if you're into those. So you can skip this. This is a really expensive part. It has to be level 4 too, if I remember correctly, to actually access this. So that right there is gonna be the base build. For a pistol grip, you can either go with the Iroknov, or this is 6k after it's unlocked. Also the RK3, I think it was. It's like 9k. This is 3k cheaper. The RK3 looks cooler, but it gives the exact same bonuses, so this is what I went with. CMRD is pretty much the most important part right here. This is a rail-less grip, but it gives the biggest bonuses on everything. The best recoil, minus 5%, and ergonomics is going to be 10. It's not going to be the best at ergonomics, but like the supplementary points that you're going to get from both of them is going to be amazing. And also you have to buy a rail. If you don't have these unlocked, they can be like 40k a piece, so unlock it before you buy it. If you don't have the money to buy this, because the Veltor actually can cost up to 100k, just supplement it, for example, with a CAA, or I think it was a CSAA grip. It's good too. It has like -2 recoil and +5 ergonomics, or something like +7 or something like that. It's good enough, but you have to supplement it with something else if you don't have the money or the budget or the unlocks to actually buy this. The muzzle flash is going to be the Landtag Dragon. This is pretty much the best one for this build. The reason why I went with the AKM build is because the AK-103 cannot actually hold a Landtag Dragon and the Tarkov S stock. Also, if you buy the 104, which is a shorter AK, it can't even hold the CMRD hand grip. So it's really important which gun you actually choose, but as long as you choose an AKM or an AKMN, you're going to be already set for this setup right here. And this, in my opinion, is the best setup. The RP1 charge handle, it just looks cool, gives +1 ergonomics. It's really cheap when you have it unlocked. If you don't have it, it can cost up from 11k to up to 40k in some situations. So if you don't have the money for this, don't worry about it, just leave it. It's not that important. It just looks cool when you reload the gun. That's pretty much for what it is. This is a little bit of a harder of a choice. The RK2 grip gives the best recoil bonuses, so if you want to go for an optimal recoil setup and you don't give a crap about anything else, this is pretty much what you want to go with. Your recoil is going to be 56, and this is 7.62 ammo by 39. This is one of the largest ammos in the game. This is pretty cool that your recoil is this low. You can pretty much full auto with this gun. Not, of course, in high distances, but it's either sharp enough to one-tap people if you need to do that, and the recoil reset is going to be cool if you need to, for example, one-tap people in a long distance. It's hard for me to pronounce those words. Ergonomics is going to be 65, which is good enough. It's not as good as the AK-103 build, which is going to be 90 when I actually take off the sight, but 65, I played with this a lot, and it's snappy enough to actually handle everything. Of course, this is more snappy, but the recoil is going to be almost, I think it's like 12 more. Let me actually check. Yeah, it's 12 more. So it's not like a deal breaker, but it's not good enough. Also, what I like to do is actually change out these grips, because the RK2, it gives a good enough of a boost for recoil, but I can take the -3 hit for the recoil because it's still going to be 62, which is good enough for a spray. The ergonomics is going to be buffed out, but also what you can do is just go for an RK4 or whatever other grip that gives like a -4 recoil buff and like +4 ergo, whatever it pretty much gives. That's enough. That's pretty much the setup that I'm going to live with. But for the sake of the best recoil video, I'm going to use the RK2. I see a lot of people still using PS ammo. Yeah, it's not the worst one out there, but if you have either BP unlocked, and in general the PP ammo is pretty cheap, considering that it pretty much passes through everything that comes to the field. So if there's people rocking level 4 armor and even level 5 armor, in some situations I have passed level 5 armor in one-taps, but if, for example, in close situations, let's talk about shoreline, customs, whatever you're gonna roll this weapon on, if somebody comes close and you get to burst them or actually full auto them, this weapon is gonna melt them straight away. This is either going to break the armor or pass it. And we're not talking about more than 5 bullets here. So this ammo is really important, especially because it 2-taps on a torso and it 1-taps, well, pretty much every bullet taps that passes through helmets, 1-taps in the head. But this bullet does a lot of damage. When you hit an enemy with it, you're really sure that you hit him because you see the reactions on their movement when this bullet actually connects. Jesus, the recoil is just great with this gun. It feels like it doesn't kick at all. Really. Obviously, hit me once. Yeah, this weapon packs a punch, so... Hold up. Sir, this is not... Woo! This gun is perfect, I love it. It's not like my favorite weapon or anything. I'm not gonna try to say anything bad. Oh, okay. And... this is the room. I love it how simply they just show it, but have no idea where that is. I'm really bad at Shoreline. I have no recollection how to actually walk here. Like, I envy the people who are close to pro status here, because I'm really bad at this map. I think there was somebody on the roof. Not 100% sure, though. Well, I'm dead. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Hope you had an amazing time, and I'm gonna try to make another video as fast as I can. I'm not really sure on what weapon I'm gonna focus next, but the idea was kind of a go through the weapons that I use the most and maybe even add some for the future. Maybe I'm gonna do a review out of the RPK. That's a favorite and a really good weapon to actually talk about. If you enjoyed, of course, remember my Instagram, Twitter, and everything else like that. They're usually posted down there on the description below, and they might be floating on the space right here every now and then. Thank you for watching. Remember to review the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel if you found this interesting, and thank you for spending your time with me over here. That was a long line. I will see you in the next video, whatever I make, and peace. I pushed something.